Hey, EverCurious friends, welcome back to the channel. Ever wondered whether some people can actually remember past lives? Today we're diving into this astounding topic, so prepare for goosebumps and open minds. We'll explore real research, fascinating cases, and even some clever explanations from science. By the end, you'll get why this question isn't just spooky, it's a journey into identity, culture, memory, and maybe beyond. Let's jump in with an open heart and curiosity. Imagine wandering through time where echoes of previous lives intertwine with our current existence. People across cultures recount experiences that challenge our understanding of memory and identity, sparking curiosity and debate, from young children claiming vivid memories of lives they've never lived to scientific studies attempting to validate these accounts. There's so much to uncover. What if these stories hold keys to our understanding of life, death, and everything in between? Let's peel back the layers together and see what truths we can find.
EverCurious, learn what you love.
First up, what are people claiming exactly? Many reports come from children, typically aged 2 to 6, who suddenly talk about a past life. They describe where they lived, how they died, sometimes even names details about houses or family structures. In some cases, they show birthmarks or fears that seem to match wounds or traits of a deceased person. These are not Hollywood dramatic. You might hear a toddler casually say, "I was in a war, I died with a bullet in this bruise." That sounds unbelievable, but such stories have been documented. As the little girl shares her experiences, her mother listens intently, her expression a mix of disbelief and curiosity. The girl recounts vivid memories of events she claims to have lived through, painting a picture of another life. In the room hangs a photograph of a soldier echoing the tales of bravery and loss, further blurring the line between reality and the past that lingers just beyond their grasp. So this isn't just old folklore. Serious researchers studied it. He said reincarnation isn't the only explanation, but for the strongest cases, it's the best one we've got. Psychiatrist Ian Stevenson from University of Virginia collected over 500 cases over decades, carefully interviewing families all around the world, looking for verifiable matches between children's statements and real deceased individuals, including birthmarks or unusual behaviors. Jim Tucker Stevenson's colleague continued the work, especially in the US. He found that in about 70% of cases, the past life ended unnaturally, like through accident or violence, and often the toddler's birthmarks correspond to wounds. What's striking is the global reach and consistent patterns. Researchers like Moraes and colleagues reviewed nearly 80 academic studies from 1960 to 2020, showing most cases were from Asia, likely due to cultural beliefs, but also present across North America, Europe, and Africa. Most studies focused on children reported violent or early deaths in past lives, unusual behaviors and birthmarks aligning with wounds. These patterns suggest it's not just one odd culture or region, it's happening across diverse societies. As these researchers delved deeper, they found it fascinating that despite the geographical disparities, many accounts shared similar themes. Children described experiences vividly, often recalling details from lives long before their own, igniting curiosity among parents and psychologists alike. The stories told spoke of ancient cities, families, and even professions, painting a complex picture that challenges conventional understanding of life and death. Researchers didn't just record stories, they tried to verify them. Often they'd run recognition tests, show kids photos to identify where the past life lived, or pick the house, spouse, or personal belonging of their previous identity. In many cases, the child picked correctly without obvious cues from parents. These verification steps add weight, though critics still question if information was unconsciously learned or culturally influenced. As the research progressed, several intriguing cases emerged one after another, revealing astounding details about previous lives that children seemed to recount. The panel of experts debated passionately over the implications of these findings, considering whether they might hint at something beyond conventional understanding or if they were simply the product of suggestive environments. Okay, so is it really reincarnation? Skeptics argue there are simpler explanations: false memories, suggestion, cryptomnesia, remembering something seen or heard but believing it's personal memory, or families reinforcing a fun story. A Reddit discussion in psychology pointed out how memory is malleable and biased. People unconsciously embellish, selectively remember, or fit coincidences into narratives. Past life regression under hypnosis is especially risky. Hypnosis can generate vivid but false memories, often reflecting cultural stereotypes, not historical facts. As people explore their past lives, they often report experiences that seem genuine and vivid, leading to questions about the nature of memory itself. However, these recollections can be influenced by our current beliefs and societal narratives, raising doubts about their authenticity. The intricacies of human memory suggest that what feels real may not always be rooted in truth, blurring the lines between reality and imagination. What about when those kids grow up? A 2024 follow-up study of American adults who had such memories as kids found they generally lead normal, productive lives. They had slightly elevated traits like dissociation and fantasy proneness, but nothing pathological. Many said the memories influenced their spirituality or identity in a positive way. So even if we don't know what caused the memories, they often shape a person's worldview in meaningful ways. As these individuals reflect on their past, they recognize the unique ways their childhood experiences have shaped their perspectives and aspirations. These memories, often dismissed as mere figments of imagination, have woven themselves into the fabric of their identities, guiding them towards paths that resonate with their true selves. Why do only a few people, mostly children, experience this? Researchers note that beliefs seem to play a big role. People who believe in reincarnation are likelier to report these memories. Also, children's developing brains are highly imaginative, suggestible, and absorbed in fantasy, perfect storm for unusual memory experiences. Researchers like Palivanova point out traits like absorption, a tendency to become deeply immersed in imagery or narratives, correlate with how strongly these memories affect people. As these children play and explore their surroundings, their minds weave intricate stories, drawing connections to experiences they may not even remember. The wonder of childhood allows them to traverse a realm of imagination where reality and fantasy intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of unique memories. All right, here's where we stand. Hundreds of cases documented worldwide, some with birthmarks or accurate details, carefully studied by credible researchers, not fringe amateurs. Some children pick matching photos and tested scenarios. On the other hand, memory quirks, cultural expectations, and suggestibility offer viable explanations too. We don't yet have a mechanism for how memory or personality could survive death, and extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence, but the mystery remains. So what do you think? Are past lives real or just an elaborate memory trick? Either way, the question is to explore who we are and the origins of our stories. Let me know in the comments if you or someone you know has ever had a vivid otherworldly memory. Until next time, stay curious. This is EverCurious. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's continue exploring the curious corners of the human mind.